Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel. And today we are back with the look ahead for the Manchester United versus Burnley game. And of course, this will be our first game back in the Premier League after that defeat to Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and our chance for revenge after that disappointing result against Brighton. Now, coming into this game, Manchester United do sit 13th in the Premier League, having picked up 6 points from 5 games. Of course, those wins coming against both Wolves and Nottingham Forest, while those defeats were against Brighton, Arsenal and Spurs. And I mean, when you look at the league table, the 3 defeats, 3 out of the top 5 we've lost to. Again, I keep saying this about Manchester United's start to the season. We've got to put it in context. We've got to put our starts to the season in context and say, yes, it's disappointing that we've lost 3 games already, but look where those 3 teams are. 2nd and 4th. They are good sides. They are very, very good sides. And 2 out of those 3 teams, we lost at their place. A place where especially when it comes to the Emirates, I don't think many teams will go there and win. Maybe Man City, maybe Liverpool. But apart from those 2, I don't think anyone's really going to win at the Emirates. Spurs, they could be very much the same. So again, that's about putting our start to the season into context. We are in 13th. That is the reality of the situation. But we've got a fairly good run of games coming up now. And the first one is Burnley. And it's all about where we can end. By the time we get to the Manchester Derby, which is in, I believe, early/mid-September. October, sorry. If by then we are still around 13th, then yes, there is problems here. And serious conversations need to be had. However, right now, we're not in that situation. We are, yes, lower than we would like to be. But things could definitely be a lot worse. So as I said, look, we come into this game off the back of a humbling defeat to Bayern Munich and Brighton in our last 2 games. The first game, of course, being Brighton in the Premier League. Look, we kind of spoke about it in the Bayern Munich preview. Brighton bettered us. There's not really much to talk about there, really. And then the 4-3. It was an absolute shambles, weren't it, really? But look, it's kind of what I expected. We have to be real here. We have to be honest with ourselves. Again, first of all, similar to what I've just been saying about Arsenal, how many teams are going to go to the Allianz Arena and get a result this season? Not many. Not even in the Champions League. So, us losing that game, and despite how close it was, on the scoreline at least, yes, it's disappointing, but it's kind of what we should expect. Furthermore, as you can see, it finished 4-3. That Harry Kane penalty is a joke, by the way. An absolute joke. It is never a penalty in a million years. So, it's one of these where United weren't great against Bayern Munich. And we haven't been great in a lot of games this season. We weren't great against Wolves. We weren't amazing against Nottingham Forest. That first 5 minutes aside, we were okay. We were pretty good. Not amazing. Against Arsenal, we weren't great. I don't think we were dreadful, though. Spurs, again, not awful. Not great, though. We've clearly got problems and things that we have to address. However, a little bit of luck will go a long way for this team, because not only are we not getting the rub of the green, we're not getting that bit of luck that every team in the world needs and gets. It's actually going actively against us. That Harry Kane penalty is a joke. You think back to the Spurs game, that Romero handball against Garnacho. That wasn't given. Yet Romero had a shot and blocked a Garnacho shot with his arm that was headed goalwards from a good few yards away. Whereas what's his name? Ericsson has had the ball headed from about a yard, maybe less, from about a yard away. Has the ball directly headed onto his arm, which is not denying a goal scoring opportunity. It's not on target, so it's a nothing header back into attempting to put it back into the box, and it's headed against Ericsson's arm, and the referee's given that as a penalty. It's these small little margins where there is that kind of at the moment is going against us. At some point, we'll have to switch, and we'll have to start getting that bit of luck where maybe maybe it's a controversial, but we get given a penalty which maybe we shouldn't have been, or a shot that at the moment seems to be hitting the post and coming out, hits the post and goes in. Something like that is what Manchester United need, and eventually we'll start turning around and we'll start seeing results come as well. When it comes to team news, Burnley currently sitting 19th, as we said. They're not in great form. They've got a point, and that was in their last game against Nottingham Forest. Lost the other three. Obviously, they are a game behind alongside Luton because Luton's stadium wasn't fit and up to scratch for the Premier League. Both of their second games of the season, which was against each other, was cancelled. So they are a game behind. However, look, they've not been great, have they? When it comes to their injuries and suspensions, whatever, Ekdal and Michael Obafemi are both out with a knee and thigh injury, respectively, while Lyle Foster misses out through suspension after he got sent off in that Nottingham Forest game. Now, when it comes to key players for Burnley, look, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know too much about this Burnley side. However, for me, their key players will be Brownhill and Zariah. I don't know how to pronounce it. I really, really don't. I struggled when they played Man City in the opening day. I still don't really know. When it comes to their team, the team I imagine they'll start today, or tomorrow I should say, this is kind of it. So James Trafford in goal, Connor Roberts at right back with Charlie Taylor at centre back. Is it Bayer and somebody else? I don't know. I'm not very good with the names, man. I'm not very good with the names. Then it's Cullen and Brownhill in midfield double pivot. Goodmanson on the right. It's like Costello on the left. Is that Zariah at number 10 with Jay Rodriguez up top? Again, I don't really know anything about this Burnley side. I know they like to try and keep the ball. They like to dominate the possession. When they have it, they like to keep it. Especially that's how they played in the Championship. They had the inverted wing fullbacks. Whether or not how they'll play in this game, I would imagine they'll be slightly more defensive. More concerned about trying to keep United out than trying to beat United. And on the counter attack, they've got speed, they've got pace to really cause some troubles for Manchester United. Now, when it comes to Manchester United's team news, this is it. So we've still got the wall of players out. So it looks like Rafael Varane will be available for this game. So he finally leaves this wall of names. Mason Mount and Kobe Mainoo alongside Nordin Amrabat. They're all in training. Mainoo is still individually training, so he will almost certainly miss out. Amrabat and Mount are touch and go. There are doubts. I don't think we will see them. However, we're not 100% sure. Malacia, it says doubt there. It shouldn't be. He is still out injured and could be out until the end of next month still, I believe. And Luke Shaw, similar story with him. When it comes to Jadon Sancho, Erik ten Hag did speak on Jadon Sancho in his presser today, saying it's in Jadon's hands. He will not be part of the squad today, but it's in his hands. Essentially saying until he apologises for the statement, what have you, he's not in the team unless obviously things become really bad, and then when things become desperate, anything can happen. And with Anthony, we have no updates on the current ongoing investigation between him and the club and Brazilian authorities in regards to allegations of domestic violence. Ahmad still out. So when it comes to the team, I believe Erik ten Hag will go with today. or tomorrow. This is the team I think we will go with. So that's Andre Onana in goal. That back four pretty much stays as it is, although Rafael Varane, if he is fit and he is available, he will come in for Victor Lindelof. I have absolutely no doubt about that. They had a shocker against Bayern Munich, but I do think he will stick with Christian Eriksen and Casemiro in a midfield double pivot. What other options does he really have? McTominay came on in that Bayern game for Eriksen, and we saw Bruno Fernandes drop a little bit deeper. I didn't think McTominay was just as bad. Last season, we had Casemiro and Eriksen and Bruno as our midfield three throughout the season, and they had a very good record together. They didn't lose many games together. So I expect Erik ten Hag to kind of stick with that, especially if Mason Mount and Amrabat are both missing. With both of those missing, I do think we will see Valencia, Pellistri, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford in behind Rasmus Højlund. Again, same kind of lineup as we saw against Bayern Munich. He went with that because he believed that was his strongest lineup. We clearly don't like using Rashford on the right. We clearly don't like using Garnacho on the right. That only kind of leaves Pellistri to play on that right-hand side. When it comes to my team, it's pretty similar. Again, I've gone with the same back four double pivot. However, I would start Anthony Martial over Pellistri, and I would start Martial on the left. Now, Rashford, obviously, when we made the subs, we saw Martial come on up top. We saw Rashford move up to the right, and we saw Garnacho go up top. Martial, I think, looked great against Bayern Munich in that last 10 minutes. He skinned Alphonso Davies. He skinned Upamecano. Got the assist for Casemiro first. I believe he won the free kick that led to Casemiro's second. Last 10-minute cameos go, Martial was great. He looked fit. He looked like his body was doing the things he wants it to do, which is something we look at Martial often and we go, his body just doesn't look up to it sometimes. I think you look back to Sevilla first leg, Martial started up top. He was massively crucial to both of Sabitza's goals. And when he came off, that's when Sevilla kind of gained the front foot and obviously scored both their equaliser. Now, if Martial is fit and is fully fit and has that energy, has that youthfulness that we kind of saw in that last 10 minutes, him starting on the left-hand side will be absolutely fine. And I think he could cause real issues as both a goal-scoring threat, creativity, as well as just understanding the game. Whether we'll see that Anthony Martial or not, we don't know. It's been so long since we've kind of seen a Martial that has played 3 games in a row and has looked brilliant and has looked fit, has looked ready in all of 3. So often it happens, he plays great. He then looks like he's carrying a knock. His body isn't letting him put in 100%. And it's just small things where sometimes he gets the ball and you like, he wants to run. He wants to go at someone as he used to, but he gives it off easy because he's like, his body can't do it anymore. Hopefully, he's had a prolonged bit out. He hasn't. Rasmus Højlund's come in, so he's hopefully in a position where he is fit and he's able to play numerous games in a row at his best. And I think if he is capable of doing that, he's a key player for us this year and in this game, because I think I stand by. And Anthony Martial, at his fit and fighting best, he's probably our best forward. I think he's got goals, he's got creativity, he's got everything you need in a forward, apart from that availability and that consistency of being fit and fully fit. If he can get that, I think he's an unbelievable player. When it comes to predictions, I do think Man United will win this game. I think we have to win this game. We're in such a bad rut at the moment. Again, we go back to this 13th. Again, like I say, a bit of context. The 3 games we've lost to, 2 of them are in the top 5. 3 of them are in the top 5. The only teams we haven't played and lost to in the top 5 are Man City and Liverpool. So a bit of context behind our start. However, now is the time where we have to start getting results. This is a good run of games for us. 3 points has to be the only acceptable result in this game against a Burnley side that have only picked up 1 point, lost 3. United have to win it, and I think we will. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Manchester United win. Onana clean sheet, especially with Rafael Varane back. I think I'm quite confident we can get that win. I believe Varane, missed Varane against. Varane played against Wolves. We kept a clean sheet. I believe then he's been out since, has he not? I could be wrong. I think he played the first half of a game, didn't he? Did he play the first half against Spurs? And then came off for Lindelof? I think he did. Whatever it was, I think with Varane back, I don't think we've conceded with Varane on the pitch. So I think he will help bolster the defence. He's a much better defender than Lindelof. What you want to say about on the ball between Lindelof and Varane is neither here nor there. As straight up defenders, Rafael Varane is much the better defender. So having him back will be massive for us. And I think we will keep a clean sheet. Onana will get his second clean sheet as a Manchester United player. I think United will win 2-0. Now, like I said, we will be doing a watch along tomorrow. The stream will start about 7:30 with kickoff at 8 o'clock. So please do tune in for that. There is a link to that in the description down below. But if you are subscribed, if you are hitting that notification bell, you will be notified when we go live. So it doesn't even matter about the link in the description because you should have that notification bell ticked. You should be subscribed here on the FSS Football channel. So when we do go live, you will be notified for the stream. But like I said, thank you all for watching. That is going to be it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.